On the day that Ukraine's President Zelensky led celebrations to mark the country's independence from the Soviet Union in 1991, we start the programme with a special report from the front line on what Ukrainians, both fighters and civilians, are having to endure. Thousands of people gathered to hear President Zelensky's defiant speech, saying they were not victims but fighters and that peace was getting closer. He and his wife laid flowers in tribute to those who lost their lives in the war. The area here in red shows how much territory Russia now has control of. But Moscow wants the whole of the Donbas region, which is rich in resources. Tens of thousands of soldiers have died on both sides for the smallest gains in territory here. Russia now controls most of it, and the fighting there is more ferocious than ever. Our international correspondent Quentin Somerville and camera journalist Darren Conway have spent the past week in the frontline town of Dobrobylia, and a warning that their report contains detail of injured soldiers, which some viewers may find distressing.
The threat comes from the skies, and Ukraine's miles of anti-drone netting only offers some protection. We're following a team of rescue volunteers to the front. There's an FPV drone, a Russian drone, overhead, so we're moving as quickly as we can to get out of here, because Russia has been targeting the evacuation convoys as well. They've come to evacuate people from the frontline town of Dobrobylia, but the Russian drone is still overhead. We're told to take cover.
Stay on the tree, stay on the tree.
The detector not only identifies drones, it sees the Russian operator's live TV signal.
Get out of the cars, out of the cars.
And it's getting closer.
Get out of the cars, out of the cars.
Out of the cars, out of the cars, out of the cars. We head for better cover. The drone is on the hunt. But Lars and Varia have done this run dozens of times. So they watch and wait. They can see the drone's explosive charge.
It's an RPG warhead.
Drone jamming equipment is turned on, but it doesn't combat all threats.
It's coming down this road.
As he looks for visual confirmation, Lars calls in the sighting to other rescue teams.
The FPVs in Malodizhny were currently hiding in the building, waiting it out. If anyone else has Malodizhny evacs, do not go there. It was clearly visible, and it was on 3.3 gigahertz. They're hunting down here. And there was a RPG warhead underneath.
But still there are people to be evacuated from here. Even as the bombs start falling.
24, 36, and something else have like double.
Eventually they find Tetiana and her son Anton. What's the most dangerous part of this job?
Actually drones, because drones are following us, they are flying all over us in the sky, it's FPV, it's ammonia, etc. And they are aiming exactly the volunteer vehicles.
Most of the population has left Dobrobylia. The shelling is constant and they haven't had water here for a week. This parting will be especially painful. Look, in war, towns are lost and won and lost again, and people are evacuated from their homes time after time. Donbass is now firmly on the negotiating table, and so for the people here, people who've lived here for generations, these may be permanent goodbyes. Let's go. But still, Tetiana isn't ready to abandon her home.
Go out of Dobrobylia as soon as we can, as fast as we can. The young one behind me, how old is he?
15.
16?
15.
All right, the young dude is underage, so we go out maximum speed. Good luck.
Their car is full of evacuees, so Anton rides with us. Do you think Ukraine should give up Donbass for peace?
I think we need to sit at the negotiating table and resolve this conflict in a peaceful way, without blood, without victims, because war is very scary and it's very painful. It's just horrible.
Russia is creeping forward here, and we move forward too. Near Dobropylia, small groups of its troops broke through Ukrainian lines. Ukraine says they've been pushed back, but as we saw for ourselves, it came at great cost. We head to a field hospital not far from the fiercest combat. Here we have to kill the lights. Everything is a target. It's the medics' busiest time. The injured can only be collected under the cover of darkness. So it's all hands on duty tonight. Senior Lieutenant Dima is one of the surgeons. The soldier on the gurney has lost most of his right leg in a drone attack. It took days to recover some of these men from the battlefield.
Tens of thousands of Ukrainian men have died for Donbass.
Yes.
Was it worth it?
It's a complicated question. Yes, I think it is, because it's our country, it's our land, and it's наша свобоda, our freedom from Russian. I think it is.
So they're holding on here with all their might. Too busy fighting and suffering to pay much attention to far-off peace talks. This man has a bullet wound to the chest. Much of the combat here has been at close range.
About a quarter of the injuries they get here are gunshot wounds. Most come from drones. This medical stabilisation point, you see, they've never seen so many heavy injuries. And this is why Russia doesn't want a ceasefire. Ukrainian casualties are mounting, and here in the Donbass, they're on the back foot. Russian casualties are higher, but it can sustain them. So for Moscow, it's a ruthless calculation. Keep fighting on the battlefield and make bigger gains at the negotiating table.
We have to stop it, but we don't want to stop it like this. We want back our territory, our people, and we have to punish Russia for what they did.
Do you miss civilian life? Do you miss peace?
Of course I miss it. And everybody misses. We just want to go home, to live in peace without this nightmare, this blood, death, and all this.
And every day brings a fresh nightmare. Russia bombed 72-year-old Ivan's hospital. Now he's searching for his wife.
If you bring my wife to me, it would be a great gift.
For him, there will be no peace until he finds her. Much more than just land will be lost here if Donbass is surrendered. Quentin Somerville, BBC News, Dobropylia.